Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching the replay. So, that's fair. This is emotional wellness. My name is Jean Collins. So, I started really understanding the world of emotions through and after I had a health issue. So, I used to get sick all the time as a kid. Like, my ears would drain like a nose. I mean, your ears, your nose, and your throat. Yeah. Yes, they're all connected. But it was just weird. Like that's how like bad and my sinuses. And then I eventually got pizza face acne and I have a diagnosis of asthma. I have knee issues, just the things, right? And I just kind of got used to it. And my mom, well, I finally told my mom after a while that I was always having a headache, and then went to a doctor, and they're like, "Well, let's take her out tonsils and adenoids because my tonsils kept getting inflamed. I kept getting like strep throat and just different things." So did that, but still the headaches were there, and just got used to just my life and like the energy level. Like I until I started feeling better, I recognized that I was on 45, 55% energy. So I tell you all of this because through my own experience and ditching toxins, and fragrance is a toxin. I actually have to take care of a little bit of a situation, and I just remind myself the obstacle is the way. And that comes up because we do have moments of fear or frustration or anger or annoyance, right? And then the opposite of that is joy, happiness, and like empowering ourselves and stepping into our true self. And the cool thing is I use essential oils to help me with that. Valor, empowering, I thought courage, and valor is your courage oil. So what I have to do, I probably will be like all the valor all the time. So one way you can use essential oils is you can smell them, right? Out of the bottle. You can also put them in a diffuser. There's this beautiful little diffuser that comes in the Make a Shift. And all of this, like through my own understanding of the importance of ditching toxins, gut health, and understanding that each emotion is connected to a positive and a negative. Each emotion is connected to an organ, both positive and negative emotions for that organ. So this is a beautiful diffuser and super easy to open it. Like there's this little max, so you fill it up to the line, you plug it in, you turn it on, right? And then like so there's a light, no light, uh the just the difference amounts of misting, like if you want it low, medium, or high, and just different things like that. So diffusing is an important, amazing thing of emotional wellness because when you are smelling, right, when you have that aroma go directly to the limbic center of the brain, that helps with your mood, your heart rate, your blood pressure. And like I said, it helps you flip from fear, frustration, being stressed out. Like, who doesn't have stress, right? Being stressed out over to um, joy, happiness, calm, right? That being able to focus. And so that's just such an important aspect. Now, to break it down even more, I have a few essential oils. And it was so interesting the other day, I noticed, and there's also Chinese medicine, which I'll kind of bring in a little bit. Um, I was noticing that I was starting to feel like really low and down. And I was like, okay, I have so much. It's the end of the month. I have so much going on. I have so much to do. Like, I need to get things done. And I recognized after using abundance in my wings, right? These two oils, which I'll talk about both of them, uh, that I started to feel better. And I paid attention to the time of day and just like who I was around and just different things. And it was really cool to know that, like, because it got me into that better vibe. So, wings. We're going to start with the W. We're not going to start with A. Throwing y'all off. Let's not go in order. So wings is a great aroma. It's for uplifting, balancing, and it does have like citrus and a hint of refreshing pines. I love it. Uh, Make sure you drop your essential oils. So I literally put it on my neck or just usually on my wrist. But if I want to create a scent tent, remember like that aspect of the aroma going to the brain to help with your emotional wellness, your heart and your mood, and all of that, right? So I kind of do both. Is like take my hands, create that scent tent, take a few deep breaths, and you can say like an affirmation or like, so I am is such an important aspect. So you can say something like, I am calm, or I am focused, or something on that nature. The benefits is wings will help push yourself to new heights with a transcendent balance of exotic florals, geranium, rose, ylang ylang, and lavender, and then orange, tangerine, and Melissa, as well as sacred sandalwood, Idaho blue spruce, Northern Lights black spruce, and sacred frankincense with myrrh, angelica, and geranium. This is like a powerhouse, and this was so cool. Like once I recognized, and it was in within minutes for me, then I was able to be more focused and getting more things done, which is like important when you're a business owner and you have a lot on your list of items and tasks. So it's to help inspire personal growth and new perspectives with an unlimited possibility as you write your goals and make your plans. Which it was funny, that's like one of the focuses that I was focusing on, and I just happened to grab that oil. Always trust your intuition. So with wrapping this up, and as I continue to like pay attention to like what sounds good, like if the geranium and the rose, like if wings sounds like a great blend, pay attention to that. And then it just can help you with renewal and rejuvenation. So this has a pair, roots and wings, so that like wings is like to help you with that envisioning, and then roots is more of that grounding, that like what's the core, what are your core. So just pay attention to that and trust it. And moving on to abundance. Now abundance, I'm going to be referencing Releasing Emotional Patterns. I also did not grab my other book, but that's the one that kind of mentions the Chinese medicine. Remember earlier when I like grabbed wings and abundance, I grabbed these two oils, and I trusted that, but I was also paying attention to the time of day, like afterwards. I was like, okay, well, when was I feeling weird and who was I around? Because all of that plays a role. So I study also mindset, who you're around, who you are spending your energy with also can play a role on your mood and your emotional wellness. So abundance, the opposite of abundance is scarcity. And for a great affirmation, I'm in alignment with universal flow. So that's an awesome affirmation. I'm in alignment with universal flow. So I'm in alignment with universal flow, right? Just breathe it in a few times and work your way through your emotional wellness. Pay attention. And again, like grabbing oils is just such a powerful and amazing thing to help with your body. Each organ is connected to a positive and a negative emotion. Now, peppermint is one of the oils that comes with the make a shift. And if you are in the idea of failure, the opposite of that is unfoldment, and you need to accept the growth. So an affirmation is you take your peppermint, you take a drop, and peppermint is also a cooling oil. Right now where I'm at, it's winter. So I am very like peppermint's also great for muscle issues and lung support, but I also will use it during the winter at night when I know I'm going to be in the house for 8 to 10 hours. Or else I create that bone chilling cold feeling, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So peppermint, I am actually going to put peppermint on the back of my neck. But if I'm in the idea of failure, the opposite of that is unfoldment. So your alarm point is your thymus. Like again, so you also can pay attention to like where are you holding your pain? Pain is just really paying attention inward now. And so you could ask yourself, okay, well, where am I holding this? And the thymus is the alarm point. And you use the affirmation of I accept growth. I accept growth. You have to go through the obstacle. This is what I learned in mindset with basics and understanding like there are going to be obstacles. Everyone has to go through them. They'll just keep showing up if you do not face them head on. And so that's one of my obstacles is I was gifted today a candle and I was like, oh, is it toxic free? And she's like, yeah, it's this kind of wax. And I was like, oh, and then like the words didn't come out that I should have asked, well, how do you fragrance it? And because I smelt it afterwards, after she had left, either way. And I'm like, oh no, I can't even bring this into my house. So I got to figure out a solution. So I got to call them and like take action because fragrances are disrupting. We want to make sure we use quality essential oils. This is why I love Young Living. We have over 24 farms internationally, and that is a huge deal. I did not grab my Seed to Seal book. My Seed to Seal book is over there or on my desk. But you can go to Seed to Seal, so Seed, SEED, to Seal, SEAL.com. That's also in the description below for those of you on YouTube. I need to rewrite that because this is live. Anyways, so quality matters. Quality always matters. And that's the point of me going back to understanding, like, and talking about like facing that fear head on and like doing the thing anyways, because I have a certain level of things that I do. And I want to have that authenticity. So therefore, quality matters, being true. Okay. So the other oil in this beautiful collection is lavender. This is also, I do want to, as I'm grabbing lavender can be used for so many things. Sinus issues, so a little bit beyond emotional wellness, but that your sinus issues are also connected to your emotional wellness. Sinus usually means you're like not happy with your surroundings. So lavender, if you're the fear of unfoldment, the opposite of that is openness. And you can use the affirmation, I allow movement. I allow movement. This one is empty. I don't have another lavender in front of me. Lavender is so awesome. Like I said, sinus support. It's great for if you bump your head. Lavender is awesome. If you've been like working out in your yard for too long and the sun is out, put like 3 or 4 drops of lavender on and rub that on your skin. That'll help just so many amazing things. So what about when you're feeling uncertain? Which, like, I guess I gotta think, what's the emotion of, I wish I would have done that differently. That's okay. But right now we're going to talk about uncertainty. The opposite of uncertainty is focus. And your affirmation is, I am clear and focused. And Thieves is actually a great essential oil for this, which is really cool because when Dr. Oliver Winker did the brain scan of when people were smelling different aromas, Thieves activated both the right and the left brain. And we have our Thieves cleaning products. So a lot of the time I talk about like you can be thinking and getting great ideas while cleaning with our Thieves cleaning products that's toxic free and supports the planet and just all these great things, which is really cool. So Thieves is actually a really good one. So love it, especially in the time of winter to help support the immune system too. Super easy. I just grab a little bit and I apply it neat to my chest. Read the label, follow the directions on the website too, and follow your body. A lot of essential oils, these are all concentrated from Young Living. Mostly all the singles are. Some of the blends do have carrier oils, but a carrier oil is jojoba, olive oil, coconut. So Thieves has 2 spicy oils, clove and cinnamon bark. So you're probably going to want to use a little bit of coconut. I like coconut because it's easier to measure it out, like a little pea size, right? And then a drop of Thieves because you can put it in the fridge and it'll solidify. So obviously organic coconut oil, right? And everything in Young Living is just so amazing because of our farms. So The next oil that I wanted to chat about is purification. So purification is actually, so remember I had that pizza face acne, which I don't have anymore? This was my oil, purification. Now we have our acne serum that was developed like 5 years ago. Purification is also really great for your keeping pests away when outside. But either way, let's emotional wellness. On the negative side, you have rejection, right? When you find your truth, you have that acceptance. You have to like, so for me and this experience and like some of the things that I recognized I was going through, it's funny, I was thinking like I should get purification, and it's actually really good because the opposite is acceptance. I accept all that I am. I have to accept all that I am. And the alarm point is the lungs, which transitions into this is one of the seasons. So winter, the first alarm point is the bladder, but the bladder, the yin and the yang of that, right? The opposite organ is the lungs. I know I have a diagnosis of asthma. My asthma is doing amazing, but I also need to support my lungs more. And one of the emotions, a lot of the emotions in the lungs are inner crying, sadness, grief, right? Things like that. So what's the opposite? You're finding your joy and your happiness. One of also the lung oils is valor. And like I said earlier, valor is your courage oil. And you can use the affirmation, I let go of the past and welcome the new, right? So that's a great, and you know that it's your alarm point, you guys, too, because like for the bladder, do you have a lot of bladder infections? Does your urine have a really gross odor like all of the time? Like it's, and then like just paying attention to how is your body physically feeling. So with the lungs, I mean, obviously, like if your chest gets tight or you feel like you're holding and like something is on you, like obviously if you just can't breathe, but like so yeah. So valor's a good oil, as well as, like I said, the purification. If you're in the idea of rejection, the opposite of that is acceptance. There's also an acceptance oil that you can use too. That's a great alternative. And I accept all that I am. I accept all that I am. And the purification, and then the lung is the alarm point. Purification is the solution. We always want to be solution oriented. When you have a problem, you want to find the solution. And that's the cool thing with plants is, one, they're abundant, they're everywhere. And two, they help on so many different levels. And there's more uses for purification. There's more uses for lavender. There's over 100 uses for lavender. So many uses for peppermints. And so that's like, and I say uses in also body systems, right? Valor and purification are not the only ones that are good for the lungs and the kidneys and the bladder. I'm sorry, the bladder. You should also be supporting your kidneys as well. That's another thing to be doing in the winter is the kidneys. So with that being said, citrus oils are great for helping with cleansing and to just help because of the D-limonene, make sure that cells that aren't supposed to be in your body are not in your body. Like citrus oils are really cleansing. We have Citrus Fresh, which comes in the premium starter kit. This is the yellow label, which is diffusing and applying topically or making like blends. And this is the white label. The same quality is in the bottle. So white label talks about internal, like dropping it in your water or putting it in food. Again, same quality in the bottle. I think you guys get what I'm saying. Now, it's really important to know with your oils that they are utilized for everything. That's again why I said earlier, and I want to remind you again, like go to what you have. This is super simple and so easy. Which reminds me, because there's also lemon, orange, grapefruits, and lemon can be really useful for helping with being ungrateful, right? If you're in frustration, also frustration with unmet expectations. So yeah. Okay, now the opposite of, or helping, making it simple. We have rollers that come in this Make a Shift bundle, right? The lavender, peppermint, thieves, purification, stress away, and deep relief. But it's so simple, you guys. Like, you just have to trust. Everything in this kit has a carrier. Well, everything is pretty much just drop it, right? Except for thieves. Thieves is the only one that you do need a carrier oil. But also, I'm here to help you to work through the things and move on. Deep relief and stress away have rollers. So you roll them on. Deep relief is great for occasional headache, occasional stomach issue because it has peppermint. It has some like deep relief. It's really great if your shoulders are like just stretched out. Then stress away is usually a perfume because it's like, who doesn't have stress? And then you have your diffuser to make your house a beautiful aroma. And the cool thing is, with these diffusers and everything, your house is going to smell great depending on what diffuser you have and how long you want it to go. 3 hours, 6 hours, 8, 10. So it's just really awesome and amazing. Super simple. I know you guys can see the benefit of using these products every single day. And can you see the importance of creating a habit? And can you see the importance of joining this team? I have Zooms, I have in-person classes, and I just love to help people feel amazing every single day. So I look forward to helping you and your family do the same. Now, the beauty is you get to decide what you want to grab. So I talked about a few different oils that are outside of the Make a Shift. We mostly talked about the Make a Shift bundle. There are other starter bundles. With my discount code SHAREYL, you get 10% off. My link is below. Also, my member number is 1034323. And I suggest everyone starting on a loyalty order because a loyalty order helps you to be loyal to your health and wellness and to slowly ditch and switch the products. I mean, you could do it fast too because there is also 15% off Ningxia Red in February 2024, which is just amazing. So actually, there's a lot of amazing new things that I need to go learn because we have now the ability to utilize our Young Living supplements on healthcare. So that is just such a really cool thing that I'm gonna go jump into. And in the next couple of days, definitely by Monday, I will have this all figured out for you. And there are some Zooms next week on that as well. Just so you know. It's such an important thing to be utilizing your oils. I'm here to help you. I have a beautiful team of amazing people. I look forward to having you join so that we can create wellness, happiness, and health, as well as abundance in your life and just help spread it to everyone. It's such a beautiful and amazing thing.